So hey everyone, welcome back to Learn Code. I am Gaurav. So today I am going to share my interview experience at LTIMindtree. So this interview is totally conducted by the Berry's Mastermind AI enabled platform. So yes, your total CV is analyzed by the AI and all the questions asked from this CV. First, let me tell about how the interview started. So basically, I got a mail from the LTIMindtree saying my interview was scheduled between October 3rd 9 a.m. to October 4 8:59 a.m. So basically, it's a 24 hours interview panel. So I had 24 interview to complete the technical interview. So before starting at the interview, the platform asked me about the latest CV because all the questions are asked from your CV. So upload my latest CV. So remember, your CV is your weapon. Okay, one thing must be remember. So all the questions are asked from your CV. So please mention all the topics carefully. So now let me share the exact question I faced. So basically, first question is basic. It's a self introduction. So then they ask me about my hobbies. Then projects. In projects, they ask me about to explain all the three projects, tech stack, my role, challenges, and solution. For example, my first project was in Java. They asked me about polymorphism, multi-threading, and how I use them, etc. After that, I mentioned that I have a internship experience. So basically, they asked about role, challenges, and what I learned from this. And also, they asked me about my industrial experience because I mentioned that. So internship and industrial experience both are same answers. So please. After that, so there is an core technical questions like what is TCP/IP, explain its fourth layer, how TCP/IP integrates in your project, what is CNN. CNN is basically coming from the machine learning. So basically, I mentioned that in my MCA degree, I am currently pursuing MCA. So in this, I mentioned that I learned machine learning. So that's why they asked me about the machine learning CNN. It's a convolutional neural networks. So difference between supervised and unsupervised learning, what is gradient descent, etc. After that, they asked me about the database and DSA questions, some of the like what is RDMMS, what is normalization, asset properties in RDMMS, transaction in RDMMS, difference between stack and queue with real life examples, check whether are. After that, there is another coding question, check whether a number is a perfect square or not. So you were just for this question you got only 30 minutes time, so it's very easy. So my friend questions like sum of two numbers, so it can be vary, it can differ. Okay, so after that, this is all about my questions they asked me. And another question is what is Git. They asked me about the Git and GitHub, what are the uses of Git, how you integrate this Git in your project. Okay, so I think there is a one most important topic is TCP/IP because they asked me about TCP/IP very deeper. Okay, so okay. Now guys, if you are preparing for similar technical interviews, here is a must checked checklist like LTIMindtree technical interview question answer. So first one is a networking and ML basics, like what is TCP/IP again, and TCP/IP integrate in your project with the technical interview answer, very short answer. So you can check it out. I can share this PDF. So after that, there is all these things. Okay. So there is another question is difference between JDK, JRE, JVM, overloading and overriding, difference between double equal and dot equals, and how Java achieves platform independence, abstraction versus encapsulation. So difference between abstract class and interfaces, exception handling in Java, shallow copy, deep copy, all these things in Java or JavaScript. So what is a copy constructor, static versus dynamic binding. Static binding means methodology, it's a basically a compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism, that is method overloading and method overriding. Don't be hesitant. Okay. After that, there is a SQL and DBMS types question like types of joins, inner join, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join, etc. And another one is a question first, third highest salary from employee table. You can see this answer. Select distinct salary from EMP order by salary, DAC, limit 1, offset 2. It's very quite easy. Okay. So another question is difference between truncate, delete, drop, difference between relational and non-relational DBMS. It's a very important questions. After that, OSI networking, what is a deadlock, difference between process and thread, difference between TCP, UDP, and another questions from OS like what is scheduling. Okay, so they ask me about what is scheduling and tell me one of your favorite scheduling algorithm. After that, there is a question router versus switch, and I already told about the Git and development, that is what is Git and why we use it, how to handle string immutability in Java, basically using the string buffer and string builder. It's a thread safe. Okay. After that, there is a debugging and testing. Mainly, it's the difference between debugging and testing. So don't need to be elaborate all the things in deeper, just overall things. Okay. So after that, there is a machine learning. What is overfitting and how to prevent the overfitting? It's very the sample variance like that. So after that, there is a difference between mark shot and peak shot. Then explain BST. It's a binary search tree. Very easy, you know. So after that, there is another question is time complexity analysis. Basically, the best case, worst case, average case, that is omega, theta, and big O, etc. After that, I suggest some of the coding questions like sum of two numbers, sum of integers at even indices, palindrome string, check check a string is anagrams or not. After that, there's a sum of array elements. So I have two numbers. Then Fibonacci series, etc. Fibonacci series, yeah, etc. So that's it. And finally, the most important advice: go through your CV thoroughly. So if you need, I can share my CV. Okay. Also, you can check me on the LinkedIn profile. So here already my CV is available. Okay. So because remember, this is an AI enabled interview platform. The system scanned my CV and almost every questions came from it. My projects, my internship, and the technologies I used or I mentioned in my CV. So my tip, don't put anything on your CV that you cannot explain in detail, because I tell this line again and again, because your interview totally depends on your CV. Okay. So, and that's all about my Mind Technical Interview Experience. All the questions, answers, and all the suggestions, coding problems I mentioned are compiled in a free PDF that's available in my description. Okay. So, if this video helps you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends who are preparing for these types of LTIMindtree interviews. So, thanks for watching. See you guys on the next video.